Welcome, it's the RC Renegade. Today we are answering the question, which RC car should I buy and what to look for when buying a new RC car. Let's get into the details right now. So, you're looking to buy your first RC car. There's so many options. Which one should you choose? Well, that's the question that we're going to get into today. First of all, there's electric and there's nitro. And nitro cars run off of nitro gas and you have to tune the engines, where electric cars, you just plug them in and charge up the batteries and they're ready to go. And it's that easy. For your first RC car, we want to keep things simple. So we shouldn't go with a nitro. You should buy an electric RC car for your first. But there's so many different models. Which one should you choose for electric RC cars? Well, we want to look at the initial cost first. So what is your budget? You see, there's so many online options that you could buy a super cheap car for like $50 online, or you could spend $1,000 on a really nice RC car. But for your first one, we don't have to break the bank, but there's a few things that you want to look for, and I'm going to help point you in that right direction. So first, we want ease of use, so we go for electric RC cars, but then we also want a longer run time. And what a lot of these manufacturers will do, they will run one RC car with one battery, but they'll offer like an upgrade. So what they'll do, that they'll give you a battery harness for an aftermarket part. You can buy like a battery harness that'll allow you to run two batteries together to get twice the run time. And a lot of the manufacturers are doing that nowadays. So when you're gonna buy your first RC car, make sure that it has the option to add a second battery to get twice the run time. So you won't break the bank. Probably in like the $200 to $300 range in today's market, you can find a car that will support that. And that is, like, once you get the big runtime, that is a big plus. Another thing you want to look for, what is the parts availability of my car? If you buy an RC car, you're going to eventually break parts, and you want to have a way to get your parts and be able to get them in the mail the next day and get the car back and running. And Traxxas is really good with that, and Arma are really good with that. So this is, I mostly run Traxxas and Arma cars. So this is the Arma Typhon, this is the Traxxas eRevo, and they both have great parts reliability, which is awesome. Now the other thing is the scale. What scale of RC car should I run? And now what I mean when I say scale, I mean the size. What size of RC car should I run? This here is a 1/8 scale car. This is a 1/10 scale car. And then this is a 1/16 scale car. Now, a bigger scale, typically the cars are a little more expensive. So this car goes for about $500 brand new. This car went for about $300 brand new. And, based on scale, you do pay a little more for size. I would recommend, if it's your first RC car, keep it simple. This here is a Traxxas eRevo. It's the 1/16 scale. I'm not necessarily recommending go buy Traxxas, but Traxxas does have a lot of amazing things to offer, and that's a solid option for a beginner. So this is a 1/16. Let me move this other car out of the way here so you can see. This is a 1/16 scale car here, and The size is very easy to transport. So you can see, I'm just taking the pins out here. You can see I can pick it up. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a very light car. It's pretty neat. It's small. Like here's my hand and here's the car. Like it's a pretty small car. And what's great about this car is it can be made to run with 2 batteries. So I do not have the harness at the moment, but if I had the harness, it fits 2 batteries. I have 1 battery here and 1 battery here, and the batteries just tuck in these bottom compartments, 1 on either side, and you can run 2 batteries in 1. Right now I'm just keeping an extra one in there to store, but that's okay. But yeah, this car has a lot of aftermarket like add-on availability, which is another great thing to look for. But the important thing is it doesn't have to be a Traxxas. Like there are other brands. Arma's a good brand. There's a few others out there, and like the fact that they make these ready to go, they're very, very smooth operating, and there's a lot of aftermarket add-ons. And that's another thing is, does the car have aftermarket like modability where you can add more options later on? And these cars all do. So if you were to say which car should I buy, I would recommend the Traxxas e-Revo or something similar because it's small, it's portable, it's $200 to $300. So they have a brushed version and a brushless version that refers to the motor. The brushless are a little more powerful, and the battery life is a little longer because those motors are very efficient. And this is the brushless version, and it goes for $300. The brushed version goes for $200, but that's still a very solid option. And there are other brands that offer something very similar to this, just in a different brand. So I would recommend a 1/16 electric RC car. And so to run down the list again, you want a car that is inexpensive. It has like a good initial cost. It's easy to use. You just plug and play. It has a decent runtime, which is why you buy like the 2 battery setup with the harness. It has good parts accessibility, and then like you have a smaller scale, so the car is portable and light. And then you want a good aftermarket modability as well. As always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more videos.